What's going on, everybody? Your boy Theflightmike back again with yet another NBA news video. Make sure you got those notifications on YouTube in order to get notified of anything crazy going on in the NBA. You'll get those alerts straight to your phone and you'll never be out of the loop for any video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we all know James Harden has had himself quite an offseason. I don't know how Rockets management just happens to do this time and time again, but they are so good at acquiring James Harden additional running mates when the previous one doesn't work out. Going all the way back to Dwight Howard and James Harden. When Dwight Howard and James Harden didn't really work out, then the Rockets, well, no, this even goes back before James Harden, going all the way back from before the Rockets had James Harden. The Rockets turned Kevin Martin and like Jeremy Lamb into a star franchise cornerstone in James Harden. And then after James Harden, they were able to acquire Dwight Howard, literally seduce the man out of Los Angeles in order to come and sign with the Houston Rockets to run along with Harden. When that didn't work out, well, they obviously did the smart thing, just like the Lakers chose Kobe over Shaq. The Rockets picked Harden over Howard, and that proved to be a very good decision. They decided to go ahead, and a couple years later, after getting him a brand new head coach in Mike D'Antoni, they decided to do something wild. They got themselves another dominant guard to put aside James Harden, and that was Chris Paul. And then after that didn't work out, we saw them literally flip a 34-year-old Chris Paul, who has the worst contract in the NBA, for James Harden's ex-teammate from the OKC Thunder, Russell Westbrook. So without a doubt, we could all say that if you're James Harden, you've had yourself a pretty kick-ass offseason. But that's not what I'm here to talk about, because of course the media is back at it again and they're making an NBA player look bad, so I have to do what I do best and expose the living crap out of the media. So smash that like button if you're ready to see me destroy another terrible news outlet, and let's get on to this video, guys. I'm sure we're all familiar with this one video of James Harden actually doing some boxing with some of his Houston Rockets teammates, and if you're not, well, take a look at it here. You can see this is a very creative way to do some cardio. I don't know about you guys that are into fitness and whatnot, but whenever I go to the gym, I think the most boring thing on earth is cardio. Literally, you have to sit on your, like, if you're lucky enough to have AirPods or some type of headphones, you play some music, you try to space out for like 10 to 15 minutes, and you're doing the same thing for 15 minutes as your body is actually being tortured. If you're more experienced in cardio, you may actually have some sick sadistic pleasure in enjoying it, but that's not what we're here talking about today. What we're talking about is actually very similar to the video I made on Zion Williamson about 2 months ago. You remember when Zion was sitting down on a chair in a summer league game, and you had everybody from ESPN to tabloid magazines saying, "Oh my god, this guy is so fat." And then I came out and made a video saying he's not fat, he's just sitting down. Well, the same thing's happening here, only this time James Harden is standing up, he's boxing, and he is getting roasted on Twitter for looking a little meaty. Now, personally, there's no way I could come out and defend this. If the man looks thick to you, he looks thick. But what I will say is I'm only concerned about one thing. I don't think James Harden let himself go. I think he's always been striving to get a little bit bigger, because coming out of college, he was known to be a little skinny. And as time progressed forward, the more size he added on, the more he found himself being successful for the Houston Rockets. For example, we all know the Houston Rockets have a infamous scheme that involves pretty much not shooting any mid-range jumpers at all. You're either shooting a layup or you're shooting a three-pointer. And subsequently, they have the most efficient offense in the NBA. So in James Harden's case, I'm assuming that he's putting on mass in order for him to, of course, be able to body up big opponents inside the key. But on the flip side of things, I know what you guys might be concerned about. What if he's getting too big? What if he's getting fat? And what if he's not going to be able to hang in the system? Well, I'm going to show you this picture from 2017. Does James Harden's body look really that much different from this picture? Also, if he's doing boxing and he's working on his cardio and his endurance, then I'm pretty confident that he's going to be ready and in game shape when the regular season comes around. We all know Mike D'Antoni's offense completely and utterly has always thrived on pace and space. So we need James Harden to make sure that he could run up and down the court and push the ball as much as he can. That way he could get those wide open teammates for threes, he could hit Clint Capella for those lobs, etc., etc. Now, do I think this is going to hold him back when it comes time for the regular season? Absolutely not. The main point of this video is to pretty much point out how much smoke the media likes blowing up people's asses. There's no way that I feel like James Harden's going to be held back like this, because I feel like if anything, he's always looked like this. This is, again, that picture from 2017 compared to now. His body doesn't look that much different, but let's say worse comes to worse, Harden did get fat and Harden did get out of shape. Well, isn't that the point of Russell Westbrook anyway? Isn't he supposed to be able to pick up the slack so James Harden's usage could go down a little bit? I don't think this is a situation kind of like, you know how we heard about Kobe and Shaq recently, how Kobe said that if Shaq came back from the offseason in game shape, good to go, didn't smoke as much cigars, didn't eat as many hamburgers and french fries, Kobe Bryant would have 12 rings. We made a video on it on this channel. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't think this is the same exact scenario. I don't think Harden suffers from a lack of work ethic. He literally won MVP a couple years ago, and on top of that, James Harden has been on a quest to get his championship ring. This is probably the best scenario he's seen himself in since coming into the Houston Rockets, and I know we were saying this in 2017 as well when he got himself Chris Paul on the squad. And I guess you could even make the argument that he was in better shape in 2017 and was in a better position to succeed. But you have to also bear in mind that in 2017 he also had to go up against the Golden State Warriors that featured Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Kevin Durant. And although the Golden State Warriors are looking really good this season and added D'Angelo Russell in place of Kevin Durant, he's got himself a brand new teammate in Russell Westbrook, which could fit in better with him than he did with Chris Paul, and who is just as hungry to win a championship as he is. So I don't think, because of those reasons, I do not think James Harden at all whatsoever is suffering from a lack of work ethic. I don't think he's out of shape. I think, again, my explanation for everything, and I guess this is the first time I'm explaining this, so I shouldn't say again, is the fact that James Harden just got shot at in a bad angle, and he shouldn't be doing workouts without his shirt off because his body fat percentage isn't low enough to look like an absolute beast with his shirt off. I think that's the issue with the entire situation, and I guess the media is just desperate for a soundbite and for clicks, and that's why people are talking about this, and that's why I have to make a video on it to just say, hey guys, don't fall for the media's bullshit. This is all BS. James Harden's fine. He's gonna have another great year. I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But of course, we have a media that likes blowing some things out of proportion, and I really had to make this video to make sure that you guys saw the flip side of things. I think his body for the most part looks the same as it always has. I don't think this is gonna hold him back at all whatsoever. But the one thing I am curious about is, bro, I don't see Russell Westbrook anywhere in this video. Do you guys see Russell Westbrook anywhere in this video? Like, shouldn't they be training together? Don't you think Russ would be training with James Harden? On top of that, I mean, I'm just saying the media played it off as if these two guys are like really best friends. So I would expect them to be doing some training together, and I've only seen one video of them this offseason of them training together. So let me know what you guys think about that, man. Let me know what you think of James Harden's weight gain. Do you think it's something you're overly concerned about, or do you think it's no big deal whatsoever? I would like to hear what you guys have to say.